been streaming for? That's okay. I'm gonna say like around 11 years, 12 years. Let's see. I could actually get a decent picture if I check Twitch TV for a second. I want to say probably I uploaded content to YouTube for definitely about like since 2008. Like I was uploading like just Toho videos, and I used to be a fan subber, so I did used to upload I did used to upload like a lot of anime fan sub videos and Toho dojins. And then that was like video mangas. But then I used to upload like just regular mangas too, to like a forum or some shit like that. But as far as content is concerned, definitely as far back as 2008 or 7 for just video content, but streaming probably as far back as 2009. Somewhere around there. I started on Twitch TV because back then, you know, YouTube didn't have streaming. And then like I eventually moved on to YouTube because Twitch TV did not like me. So, like, the earliest archive I have back on, yeah, this is actually the second channel, quote-unquote. This is actually the third YouTube channel I've ever made. The very first YouTube channel I made, that one got blocked because, like, Sega didn't like some of my videos. And back then, you couldn't really fight it. There was no way to really fight copyright strikes back then. And then I made a second channel. That second channel became my main channel. And then this third channel, I originally made this third channel mostly for Toho videos, but then I kind of stopped uploading to it. I still kept it around all these years though. And now this third channel kind of became the main channel because my second channel, which was the main channel, it got deleted. Not because of a copyright issue, but because of ecchi hentai stuff. And I tried to fight it, but YouTube said that, like, still too raunchy, for the most part. So, yeah. You know what? You're actually, like, the third or fourth person that actually said that about Girls Frontline. Like, not a whole lot of streamers, especially back then when Girls Frontline was brand new, not a whole lot of streamers for Girls Frontline. I know that Sia used to be, like, one of the top, I think, streamers of Girls Frontline until, like, he retired from it. Now it seems like Sia does mostly, like, Project Neurocloud. He seems like more of a Project Neurocloud kind of guy now. But I know Sia was definitely one of the only top ones back then. And then, like, there is... No, on time stream, Kitsune. On time stream. Definitely on time. But, yeah, not a whole lot for Girls Frontline. And to be fair, Girls Frontline definitely is not... It's not as modern compared to a lot of games nowadays. No voice acting and shit, you know? It's called Potionomics. It's called Potionomics. It's time management. It's a time management game, but it also has some elements in it. So, yeah. The stream where I got banned was funny. So, yeah, so like that's definitely a funny one because like the stream where I got banned, so we actually finished the stream in Discord video, like, because, like, I didn't want to end the stream at that point, and, like, it would have been too annoying to go into Pornhub, to stream the rest, because I have streamed on the adult channels for some of, like, the other, hentai games I played before, but this was me basically, like, skirting the rule of YouTube as much as I could, but when I did get banned on YouTube, I remember streaming for, like, I think we streamed for like another hour extra, right? It was like another hour extra, so we did it literally in Discord. We did like a fucking Discord video stream or something like that. Which reminds me, I do want to do another giveaway stream, and I want to actually I do want to do another giveaway stream, multiplayer giveaway stream, but I also want to try the Discord games. I'm gonna see how good those are. But yeah, that was the funny part. Yeah, no, that was literally the funny part too. Like, the amount of hentai and ecchi games I streamed on my main channel was like at least in like the hundreds, and they never gave a shit. But then like the moment I showed furry, like furry hentai, that's when the ban hammer dropped. It was during like the wolf monster sex scene or something like that. But boy, did I show off a lot of other, like, hentai stuff, though. And, like, I never really got in trouble for that. I mean, to be fair, I'm sure I just got under the radar for those. But, like, it's funny how fast they were on the furry. When it came to the furry stuff, they were, like, immediately fast. They were so fast on the furry thing that, like, now I feel like the reason why I didn't get banned before was because, like, whatever admin or mod was watching me for, like, the other hentai stuff, they might have been into it. They might have been into it or something like that. So, yeah. But yeah, like, looking back, though, looking back at some of my old Twitch archive streams, which isn't really a lot because, like, I think it was back in 2014 or 2012, Twitch TV stopped actively archiving streams, mostly because they want to save some, like, data. They want to save some, like, hard drive space. So, the only way to save stuff on Twitch TV now is if you made a highlight yourself, or, like, if you make, like, clips of it or something like that. And even clips doesn't really save you from, like, doesn't really save most of those videos. So you basically do have to make, like, highlights yourself to be able to save some of the stuff on Twitch. So the earliest archive I have is definitely, goes as far back as, 2013, which is not my first stream, definitely. I want to say that my first stream does go as far back as 2011 or something. And then, like, before 2011, I was only uploading just fan sub. I was uploading fan sub videos. That was basically, like, 90% of my content at first. I was mostly uploading videos that, it was actually a two-man group. Me and another YouTuber, we formed the group Those Toho Guys, and we basically fan sub Toho videos. Eventually, his channel got banned because, like, he was uploading Gundam videos, and Bandai Namco did not like that. And then he made a second channel, and then, like, we continued to fan sub Toho videos, but we started uploading them on my channel instead. And then, like, his channel got banned again, and then he private messaged me back when YouTube had a private message. Back when YouTube had a private messaging system, and then he was all like, "You know what, bro? I'm done. I'm done." And then, like, I continued to fan sub myself. So I went from those Toho guys to one Toho guy, and then eventually I rebranded myself as Megane Otaku, and then I just started I even started uploading Konko video mangas for a time, and then eventually I got into streaming. So then I started doing less and less fan subbing stuff. Fan subbing takes a lot of time. It does take a lot of time for the fan subbing stuff. But yeah, if I look back at some of this old shit, man. If I look back at some of this old stuff. Boop. Ignore the tabs. Ignore the tabs.
Risa and Yuki have a stab.
Oh god. The microphone
Chen
sucks.
does not have a stab, sadly.
The microphone sucks. Oh man, this is like as far back as my VODs go on Twitch TV. But this was like a Tohomon. This is like a Tohomon run. And then, like, he's so Tensoku. Yeah, here's another one. Again, like, most of the things I did back then was just
seriously finished testing out my connection.
Oh my god.
Like, it's actually all working now.
Oh my god. The lag is so real here. This definitely takes me back though. This was like PvP. This was me doing PvP in Toho Hiso Tensoku back then. I remember this back in the day. So for the most part, I can't control Streamlabs. I'm pretty sure that, like,
Oh god damn. Alright. Alright.
This was me playing with some subscribers back then. So shit. 24?
Right. Let's see. Oh, we doing this? We seriously doing this? Okay.
24, 20, 23 or something, but
I guess we doing this.
to be fair, it's a shitty microphone though. This is literally the Walmart, this is like the Walmart microphone back then. This is the Walmart microphone. And when I say Walmart microphone, I mean like $10, $10 Walmart microphone. That's how old it is.
Ew.
I don't even know why
Rin.
I highlighted some of these old videos, but you know, of course, like I'm not gonna delete them now.
Okay. What the hell? Is this Twitch?
Oh shit! There's me using my very old face cam. It looks like it's stretched. It looks like it's squished or something like that. I'm 35. I am 35.
Get off my dick.
So this one's not the Walmart microphone. This one, that's a Snowball Yeti, which I still have. So, like that's like the $35. That's like $35, $50 microphone. And then I still have this, the very first 24-hour live stream. I remember this one. I remember this one, the very first 24-hour live stream. Because I do a 24-hour live stream every year. I do at least a few. I do at least a few.
Fuck!
Oh, this was my old drawing streams too. I remember some of this shit. My very old drawing streams. I still got some of these. A lot of people say that, which is probably a good thing, because like not aging is definitely like a family thing for me. Because like in my family, like you could be like 50 years old and you could still look 20. My dad, by the way, like my dad's getting ready to retire, for example, and like people still think my dad's super young. So it's like my dad's getting ready to retire, you know, and my dad's a chef. And then like every time he talks about retirement, people keep telling him like, really, young guy like you about to retire? And then my dad has to remind them like how old he is. My sister, when my sister was pregnant, people literally thought that my sister was like a teenage pregnancy. My sister had to go through that like her entire pregnancy. They thought she was like a teenager or something. Back when I was in high school, I actually maintained an average weight of like 95 pounds. 95 to like 80 pounds back in high school. So like I've always been like a short, skinny Asian.
Respect.
I did get like a new tablet since back then. So like my drawing game has definitely been upped since some of these old streams. Oh shit! And then I remember like back when I used to do anime watches. That was cool. Okay, skip the Hearthstone stuff. There we go.
She definitely.
I used to do this like
Oh
every
my
week.
God.
Anime watches.
Yeah.
Weekly anime watches. This is Gundam Build Fighters. Wait, is this Gundam Build Fighters? No, this is not. Wait, this is.
The sabotage.
Oh, this is. Yeah, this is Gundam Build Fighters. This is Gundam Build Fighters. I remember that.
Plus are like really.
I do still have I do still have archived. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I had to do this on Twitch TV, I remember, because like I couldn't do this on YouTube because like YouTube was like fucking around or something. But this was me like this was me unboxing. I was unboxing the Girls Frontline audio CD. Yeah, I remember this. I remember this.
It's pretty tight though. I like the rhythm. Yeah, she's pretty nice. I like it.
I mean, like you're doing pretty good as a company once you start giving the girls like their own character songs. I pre-ordered. I remember pre-ordering the OST. I pre-ordered that shit. I remember this. I remember this stream.
I hear the string. I hear the strings. That's Chinese.
Go ahead and turn that off.
Oh, she's Japanese? Oh.
Out of context, when I said she's Japanese, I was referring to Shiki. That's taken completely out of context there. Careful with the Bandai Ninja struck you down. They have a bone with you about Gundam. Yo, the amount of times that like I couldn't stream Gundam because of Bandai Namco, even when I got permission, is dumb. I got permission like at least 3 times, and then they still took it down because they didn't like the stream and shit. And then like I'm pretty sure I'm still on Katakawa's hit list for most of their things. Katakawa at least has me on their Konko hit list, so I can't be doing those things at least. I definitely still have like some of my old anime watches in here. Oh, yes. Yes, it's still in here. It's still in here. It's like it's like if in the future, maybe I might want to upload this to the archive channel, since the archive channel is like a thing now. But like, man, oh man, do I remember having a bad time with good old we all remember Kimono Friends. We all remember the Kimono Friends watch. I remember this. Suggesting she's gonna fall in. I remember. It's so bad, man. It's so fucking bad. It was better. The first one was so much better.
She's gonna fall.
I remember this.
It is a girl. It's a Boku girl. Oh, okay, she did it. Alright. It is a girl.
That may be a sensitivity issue. I may need to change it. Also, like when I turn my head, sometimes like that's when the eye closes. So that may be just a sensitivity issue. I fixed it as much as I could, but I am using like a fairly old model. I'm using a fairly old model here, so that's why I was looking to get a new model or something. Yeah, this model's not up to date anymore. Not that much up to date. I don't know where like a lot of my old anime watches are. I had a folder for like my old anime watches. I don't remember where those are at. Would it be here? Nah, not here. But I definitely remember like the Persona. I definitely remember the Persona 4 anime watch. That one was not a good time. I never did finish the Persona 5 anime watch on stream. Mostly because I couldn't handle it. I could no longer handle the Persona 5 anime. Was it this one? No, not this one. Well, I'm sure I have an archive somewhere. Oh well. I'm sticking with this for a little bit while longer, but I'm definitely changing this in the future though. But I'm sticking with it for a little while longer. Where's the mute thing? Here we go. Yeah, like if I was gonna change my model, I wanted to yeah, no, Mars coming on 2 and 2 because it was so terrible no one talks about it. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. It's weird how charming the first one was, right? The first one was super charming, and then like the second one just felt like a cash grab. I still get nightmares about I still get nightmares about like about the Idol episode, the one with the PPP, the penguin girls, and like half of that episode became like a slideshow. Like they put all the budget for that episode like in the idol dancing, and then like once it wasn't doing idol dancing no more, it literally became like a screenshot archive, and I hated that one. So yeah. But yeah, for the most part though, I do plan on like hashtag debuting a new model. I just don't know when that'll happen, but I do plan on debuting just because I feel like I'm probably better off like going solo anyway. I have a what's it called? I have applied for both Nijisanji and Hololive. I didn't get in. Obviously, I didn't get into either of them, Hololive and Nijisanji. So at this point, I feel like I guess might as well go solo. I might as well go indie. I could go indie with that. I've actually applied to a couple, by the way. Not just Nijisanji. Not just Nijisanji and Hololive. I've actually applied to a few. And then I decided maybe I should stick to going indie. So I do plan on like probably debuting sometime in the future. And then like I'll keep this channel on the archives, of course, but yeah. I knew where all the budget for the anime went to, basically. 100%. That's definitely not a lie. Not a lie at all. But yeah, I'm probably like not like mainstream enough for most of the VTuber companies out there. Honestly, like, one thing that actually kind of surprises me is, like, I don't even get, like, a call back. Usually, like, if you don't get a call back from the agencies, it just means that, like, you know, like, they just didn't like your resume enough. But, like, I'm surprised I didn't even get, like, a question back at all, like, asking me to clarify my streaming history. Because, like, you would think that, like, streaming for 15 plus years would count for something. But, like, I never got a call back from, like, any of the VTuber agencies. I know that, like, they do ask, like, for your online credentials, like, what you've done. So, you're supposed to link everything. You link your social media, you link your, if you have an artist page, you link your DeviantArt, you link anything. You link anything that, like, is, like, your online presence. And, like, when I applied for Nijisanji and Hololive, I did link, like, all my archive shit. And I'm surprised that they never asked. I'm surprised they never, like, asked about that. So, yeah. If I were to be a corporate VTuber, will speedrun the fastest VTuber graduated? I mean, like, if you really wanted to graduate fast, all you have to do is mention Taiwan, right? Just mention Taiwan, and well, what's also like another hot list? Taiwan, be a feminist or whatever. I don't know. Like, there's a couple things you could definitely say to get yourself canceled super fast, super duper fast. I definitely feel like there's definitely some worse ones out there than me, at least. I don't know. I will say this. I haven't seen a single VTuber that talks about their sex life as much as I do. Because I do feel like my sex life pops up every once in a while. Sometimes even dedicated a stream to that. So I feel like I don't see too much VTubers talk about their sex life. I have seen some VTubers talk about, like, their relationships, though. Whether or not, like, they have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Oh, I forget who it was. I think this one was an indie one. There was an interesting one. There was an interesting one that I saw. It wasn't just Coco, I believe. I believe it was Coco and Hachima. I think they both did a Taiwan. They both did a Taiwan thing. Coco got, like, the big brunt of it, though. I think they got the big brunt of it, but, like, I think Hachima also did a similar thing with Taiwan. But, like, going back to the boyfriend and girlfriend thing, this was an indie VTuber, I believe. And, like, it's a girl VTuber, but she does have a boyfriend. And, like, she admits that, like, in her very first streams or something. And, like, I remember she made, like, a reply video. Like, it was either, like, a Twitter reply video, or it was a YouTube reply video about, like, how a lot of people, like, ask her, like, how she's doing with her boyfriend, or like whenever she's late to a stream, they ask her if she was with her boyfriend or something, and she made like a very passive aggressive like reply video saying that, like, you know, like, yeah, like maybe she was with her boyfriend. It's like, what do you want me to say? That like he cream pied me and that's why I was late or something? Like, again, it was a very passive aggressive video. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny because, like, it was also like in reply to like another female VTuber who also admitted that she had a boyfriend. But there's a difference here, though. The female VTuber that did the passive-aggressive video, she already admitted that she had a boyfriend, like, at the very start. And, like, there's different kinds of streaming, you know, there's different kinds of streamers out there, right? Some streamers do the whole parasocial relationship thing. There's nothing wrong with that as long as that's what you signed up for, you know? And those streamers are different compared to, like, every other streamer, you know? It's like, if you're gonna have a parasocial relationship with your subscribers, you have to know that there's certain things you can and can't say. But like, there was another female VTuber who streamed for a year. She streamed for about a year, and then after a year, she came out that she had a boyfriend or something like that, and she actually lost subscribers because of that, because she was a lot of subscribers, they felt like they were in a parasocial relationship with her, and she got like a really nasty Twitter reply or something when she came out about her boyfriend. And like the Twitter reply was like, oh, like you betrayed our trust or something. Like as a streamer, you're not allowed to have a boyfriend or like whatever or something. You know, it's like, and then she replied saying that like, you know, that like she apologizes that if people thought that that's what the kind of streamer she was, but she's not, and she wants to make it out there that she has a boyfriend or whatever, and she's not trying to be in a fake relationship with her subscribers or whatever. But it's a very interesting dynamic between the different types of streamers there are, you know. Noelle does it too. Noelle also does the whole like online girlfriend kind of thing as well. I definitely feel like Noelle and Rushia definitely have a very similar streaming aspect. And Kaneda too recently, I just learned, which I never had that vibe from her. I never got that vibe from her, but she admits to it though. Kaneda said that like she would never want to stream with a male streamer or whatever like that, because like she does believe that she's in a parasocial relationship with her subscribers. So she doesn't want to betray the trust of her subscribers by streaming with a guy, whether it be like another VTuber guy or like a real life guy or something. Like if we look at like Robero streams, and Robero streams with everybody, and then we look at like the streamers that he streams with, like those girls that he streams with, a lot of those girls streams with guys as well besides Robero, and a lot of them stream with real guys too, like not even VTuber guys, but just like regular cam streamers. They stream, and they're friends. They admit to being friends with these cam streamers. And like, again, it's just depending on like the kind of streamer you want to be. Do you want to be that parasocial streamer and have like online dates with your subscribers? Which, was it Vox? It was Vox, right? Yeah, it was Vox. I remember. Vox does that streams. Vox does the streams where like he goes on a date with you or something. Which is kind of weird because Vox says he's not a parasocial streamer, but then he does streams like that, which seems kind of weird. And it's like, he's like, oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. But I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, in my personal opinion, it's like, you can't say that you're not a parasocial streamer, but then you can't do the whole dating thing with your subscribers, though. Even if you keep saying that it's a joke. Because people take that seriously. People take that really seriously. Okay, like, I remember this one was, like, at the highlight of, like, the VTubing news for a while. So it's like Vox was doing his, like, dating stream thing with, like, his subscribers. And then, like, I think it was Reimu. It was Reimu, and, like, Reimu sent him, like, a random message or something. And then, like, Vox answered to her immediately. Like, he didn't wait till after the stream. And that actually made a lot of Vox's subscribers upset. They were like spamming Reimu. They were like sending like hurtful messages on her Twitter and shit. They were all like, Reimu, how dare you interrupt like my date? Like that's what they were saying. How dare you interrupt my date with Vox or something? Like we know that you're jealous because Vox is so cute or whatever, but like how dare you do that or something? And then Vox had to step in and like tell his subscribers to cut that shit out or something. But again, that kind of comes with the territory of like doing streams like that. It's like, it's weird how, like, Vox didn't see that happening. And it's also weird that Vox took time out of his stream mid-stream to answer Reimu. You know? Like, he literally could have just sent Reimu a message while he was streaming and said, Reimu, I'll get back to you. But instead, he answered her on stream, and that upset a lot of his subscribers. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, there is strengths and weaknesses to being part of a network, you know? There is strengths and weaknesses to that. When you're part of the network, you like automatically get access to like a lot of connections. Having a manager is also pretty nice too. Like when you manage yourself, you do more work obviously versus like having someone like help you out and shit. I don't know, there's a big difference. Obviously people who go indie, they want the freedom, you know, of course, but you gotta admit there is a certain sense of security in like being part of like the agency VTubers. Or not even just VTubers, just being like an agency streamer, right? Like, oh crap, I forgot their name now because I used to watch them. You guys know like those YouTube houses, right? Like those YouTube houses, and then like all the YouTubers in that house, they belong to an agency. Yeah, like same deal there. They belong to it. They have managers. They have bosses that they answer to. They have like millions of subscribers or whatever like that. They get millions of viewers, but they're part of an agency. They don't have full freedom. They don't have full freedom and shit, but they do get the perks. They do get the perks of being an agency streamer. So it just depends like how much work you want to put into yourself too. Some people can do that. Some people have the brain capacity. That's the word I'll use there. That's my word of the day right there, brain capacity. Some people have the brain capacity to do like the marketing, to do like their own artwork, to do their own songs if they want to do that. To also like do their own like to do everything. I mean, if you're going indie, you're basically doing everything, right? Like some people can do that and some people can't. But people also want to be a streamer, but they're not technically advanced though. So they want someone to manage that for them, you know? I could definitely say that for a lot of streamers that are by an agency, VTuber or cam streamers. Like a lot of them are not technically advanced, which like may be crazy to hear from a streamer, but it's true though. A lot of them are not technically advanced, so they rely on someone else to do that for them. Whether it's like setting up the computer for them or setting up like even like their channel account or something. Like not everyone can do that. Especially when it comes to like doing their own art as well, you know? A lot of VTuber streamers would not be a VTuber if they didn't pay someone. Or if someone else didn't pay for their model, you know? Like Sia, for example, like Girls Frontline Sia, like he paid $1,000 for his model. And he's not even like, that's not even his job. He does it for fun. He paid $1,000 for fun, basically, you know? I always thought, like, it was too bad for Sia that, like, knew the tail end of his Girls Frontline career. That, like, he came out with saying, like, hey, I'm done with Girls Frontline, by the way. That's kind of too bad. Like, right when he just started, like, his, right when he just got his Suomi, VTuber model, like, I think it was, like, a month. It was, like, a month after he got his model. Then, like, he just came out and said, like, he doesn't like Girls Frontline anymore, or, like, he's not into it anymore or something, so he's gonna stop. I remember, like, before Sia, like, paid, like, $1,000 for his model, he was using, like, a downloaded 416 model that he found online or something. And then he just paid someone else to... He paid an artist. He paid an artist and a rigger to, like, make his model for him. I did click on that link, by the way, because he does link to his, artist, and, like, yeah, you can totally, like, order a model from him. It's like $1,000. Would you rather a manager or do you like the freedom? Basically. Honestly, I would say that the marketing is probably like the biggest thing that'd be the hardest thing to do from an indie perspective. The marketing definitely helps out a lot of streamers if they're part of an agency. You do, obviously we all agree that you lose a little bit of freedom for that, but like being able to start off with that marketing, being able to start off with like a bunch of people doing that for you already. So when you do your debut stream, you already have like 10,000 viewers or something. I mean, there's power, right? There's definitely power in that. You know, people started like messing with him or part of the community turned on him for something which influenced his decision to quit. I don't know the whole story about that, but it definitely sounds kind of, I think I heard something like that, Razor. I think that sounds kind of familiar. Yeah. I feel like that sounds familiar. For Sia, yeah. I mean, to be fair, he's doing Project NeuroCloud stuff, so, like, in a way, he kind of never left. He, like, halfway left, since he's doing Project NeuroCloud stuff. But he's just not doing Girls Frontline stuff, you know? The closest thing he will do to Girls Frontline stuff is, like, just, like, talk about it with his chat room or something. Like, his chat room will still ask him about Girls Frontline stuff, and he'll answer, but he's not, like, doing full streams of, like, Girls Frontline anymore or something. So it depends, since there's big indie versus the indie VTubers. It also depends too whether or not like you're going like fully like unknown, or like if you're a cam streamer who is bringing your subscriber base with you. Because a lot of them who start off with like a lot of subscribers like that, they're probably a cam streamer. They were probably a cam streamer first, and then they're just bringing their own audience with them. You know, they're like, hey guys, I'm gonna start VTubing, so here's my channel. Here's my new channel. so go and follow that. And then, like, they already had a following in the first place. Or, like, a lot of indie VTubers who have like, connections, right? Like, if you had the connections, like, via other work or something, then you can get, like, you can get agency VTubers to talk about you or something, and then they could send people your way. That could also be another way you could also market yourself as well. But I remember, like, Kason. I remember Kason Air, when she was Coco, having a big problem with wanting to stream with V Shoujo, and, like, literally Hololive was saying that she couldn't, because, like, V Shoujo is, like, super lewd and shit. And then, like, Melody was, like, the biggest concern, too. Like, it probably would have been okay to, like, stream with, like, Fruit, or, like, maybe, like, Zentana or something, but, like, Melody was the big one, though. Melody was the big one, because Melody is a Pornhub streamer. She is the Chatterbait streamer. So, like, Hololive was, like, 100%, like, treating, like, Melody like she was, like, the devil or something. And Coco did not like that. She did not like some of the restrictions on that or something. Now, this is, like, hearsay, so I don't know if this is true, but from what I heard about the whole Melody Coco thing is that, like, she could have streamed with Melody, but she would have to give up a lot of things or something. Like, they almost gave her, like, an ultimatum or something. I mean, like, obviously, it wasn't just that made her quit Hololive. There was a bunch of things that made her quit Hololive, but it's, like, that was, like, one of the major things about her freedom as a streamer to, like, basically do whatever she wanted or something. Yeah, that happens, too. That happens. That definitely happens, too. Fillion was unknown. Same thing with Shy Lily. Shy Lily blew up. Yeah, I know that Shy Lily blew up, like, a lot. A lot. To be fair, Shy Lily has a really good model, though. As a VTuber, your model definitely matters, right? Like, I don't know how much money Shy Lily spent on her initial model, because I'm sure she has upgrades by now, but her original model was already pretty damn good. One that I always liked was DM Girl. Because, like, I liked her 3D model at first. Her 3D model was, like, very accurate. Like, I remember she had, like, a lot of, like, eating streams, and you could see her chew. You could see her, like, chew and shit. Oh, actually, wait. This is my biggest... I talked about this before. This is my biggest complaint about Melody and, like, Girl DM, or DM Girl or whatever. My biggest complaint about both of these two streamers is that they were 3D at first, and they had really good 3D models. It felt like a downgrade when they went 2D. When they got their 2D models. It totally felt like a downgrade to me. It's like, I understand why they got a 2D model, because first off, like, people were asking for it, but also, it's easier. It's easier to stream a 2D model than to do the 3D thing. Because the 3D thing, you had to set up, like, all the cameras, you had to make sure that, like, you gotta make sure that, like, the model is, like, centered off and crap. With the 2D model, it's really simple. Like, anyone can do the 2D model. The 3D model just takes so much extra work. So, I can understand why Melody and Girl DM made their 2D models. And it's just more easier to plug and play for them, like, when they do decide to stream. Melody still does the whole adult Pornhub crap now. She still does it. And sometimes I actually catch it. I do catch it sometimes. I remember, actually, so Gura, this one was, like, really a surprise to me, because I actually saw Gura's video before she became Gura. I can be the hipster here. I can be the hipster here and be like, I knew Gura. I knew Gura before she joined Hololive. I think she's the only one. She's the only one I think at Hololive, which I knew beforehand. I know Vox, and I think Vox from Niji Sanji, and I think Vesper. I think Vesper from Hololive. I think those two had a really big following before they became, like, the agency VTubers. But Gura, though, I know that I knew Gura before she became a VTuber. I was there. I was there in the dark times. I was there when she... I was there before she was a agency thing. So I could be the hipster there. She existed, but when the drama happened, suddenly everyone knew her. Well, like, wasn't there also, like, a really big drama, too, between, like, Fruit? Like, Fruit and... What was his name? The fucking white dude VTuber. The guy that looks like fucking Holo Ichigo from Bleach. There was a bit of fruit in him, I think. Or like, was it just all of V Shoujo? Was it all of V Shoujo? I think it was actually all of V Shoujo, not just fruit. But I think fruit might have escalated it or something. But yeah, the guy VTuber streamer that looks like Holo Ichigo from Bleach, the him or something. I remember him. What was she before? So she wasn't really a streamer, but she was like a content creator though, and she did like a lot of meme shit. She did like a lot of meme videos, and she was already doing like the Gremlin thing before. But like, I don't think I remember her streaming that much before she became Gargura, but I was there though. I remember that I was there, and then she became Gargura. Usually, like, I don't purposely try to find like VTubers like real identities. To me, that's half the fun of the VTuber shit. Nuxtaku? Yeah, there it is. Nuxtaku, it's him. That, when you said the name, like, I definitely remembered it now. Yeah, there was a whole V Shoujo debacle thing with him. I remember seeing the news about that. He still had a blue-haired avatar? No, I remember that. Yeah, I remember her old avatar. I definitely remember that. I want to say that, like, I might have saw Kiara before, too. But, like, probably not as much as Gura. I definitely know Gura. But Kiara, I might have, like, saw, like, a passing video of, like, Kiara. But normally, I don't try to look for, like, VTubers' identities, because that's, like, half the fun of, like, just knowing just their avatar. But some of them is, like, forbidden knowledge that, like, I happened to pick up by accident. And then some of them, like, I had to. Some of them, like, I had to know because, like, I heard something really, like, juicy. Like, Noelle. Noelle does the... She does the really saucy streams. The really saucy cam streams. She's not full on, like, Pornhub shit like Melody is. But Noelle does, like, the super serious, like, half-naked ASMR shit. So I had to look that up. I did link it. I did link it in the fucking adult chat. I linked the fucking X-Hamster. I think it was an X-Hamster video. I linked the X-Hamster video of, like, Noelle's, like, alter ego. The super sexy ASMR vids. And then I happened to actually find, like, a super old, like, Pecora, like, cam stream, too. Again, not because I was searching for it, but just on accident. Like, completely on accident. I saw, like, a super old Pecora cam vid. And, yo, Pecora got Opie. Pecora is not flat. She got Opie. Gura and Coco were open secrets on what they were before. Honestly, like, Kason has a very unique voice. Kason does have a really... Her voice is really easy to tell. And she doesn't, like, do different voices. I knew about Coco and Kason. No one told me about that. I just kind of, like, figured it out on my own. I think I actually saw Kason on air before I saw Coco. I mean, like... I'm not saying that, like, I'm not saying I was there. I'm not trying to be a hipster. I'm just saying that, like, I was exposed to Case on air before I learned about what Coco was. Probably. Matsuri isn't flat? Yes, I know about Matsuri too. That's also accidental knowledge. Yeah, that's also... I got that one too on accident. Yeah, Matsuri... I think a Matsuri one that I saw on accident was, like, Matsuri was doing, like, the phone challenge or something. So she had, like, her phones on her boob or something. I remember seeing that one on accident. Yeah, Noelle does have Coomer. She does have Coomer stuff. I remember... So this one I haven't seen the pictures. But I have been told that Rusia isn't flat in real life. But, like, she likes flat avatars or something. Like, that's her character. Like, Rusia really does like playing a character. But I have been told from people that know the forbidden knowledge that... Rusia is not flat, but she just enjoys. She enjoys the flat character or something. Kason clips started floating around once you actually started watching Hololive. For me, I'm pretty sure I saw Kason before Hololive. I think it was her cosplay videos. I think at the time I was like really into cosplay videos, so I think Kason must have like been in my recommended videos or something. Yeah, I think Kason just showed up and I clicked on it. And then it's funny because like once I started, like, seeing Hololive clips in my recommended videos, and I saw Coco videos, I actually never put 2 and 2 together. I heard Kason's voice, I heard Coco's voice, and, like, I never I never associated the two. It wasn't until like maybe like a couple months later, I was like, wait a minute, now the voices are starting to sound the same. And then like I was like, oh, okay, now, yeah, it's the same. It's definitely the same. I don't know Kaeson's housing situation right now, but I think people said that Kaeson moved from the Hololive apartment that she was in or something. Because, like, quite a few of the girls, they, like, live, like, almost, like, right next door to each other or some shit. Like, a few of them were living, like, in, like, either the same apartment complex or, like, very close to, like, the apartment complex or something. But I think Kaeson has moved on since then. Not because they kicked her out. More like she wanted to move or something. Watami also has a unique voice? She does. She definitely does. I don't think I know Watami's... I don't know who Watami was before. That one I don't know. It is nice to see Marin's songs in Toho shit, though, because Marin's a really big Toho fan. I've definitely heard Marin's music before, like, besides, like, you know, the VTuber stuff. Marin was doing, like, a lot of Dojin stuff. And she's still doing. Marin's still doing Dojin stuff. I do like the creator, like, VTubers more than the... just, like, the regular streamer, like, VTubers. Yeah, I think so. I like the creation. Like, I'm not like a Luna fan. I'm not like a Knight or something. But I do like Luna's piano streams, or like her creation streams, or whatever. It's not a piano. It's like an electronic piano or something. It's like a synthesizer or whatever. I forget what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's not like a piano. She's using some kind of like electric thing or whatever. Luna does that. And then, like, of course, Ina's an artist, and like Marine's an artist. Sana was also like an artist or something. Yeah, all the creationist streamers I like. Isn't Onigiri, isn't she the one that cooks all the time? I love Onigiri's like cooking streams and videos. It makes me want to get back into like my own cooking streams. I do like think it was pretty unique the way like she used to stream. Like she used like the whole green screen things, that way you see just her hands or whatever. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool the way like Onigiri does it or whatever. It almost makes me want to try it out. Oh, she's just using a keyboard? Got it. I thought it was something more complicated than that. I thought she was using like one of those like super huge like synthesizer crap or something. I thought that's all she was using. And then I think Vesper was also doing like... It was both Vesper and I think also like someone from Hollow Stars JP. They were doing like also like a DJ mixing stream or something like that. That's also pretty cool. The one thing that like people don't think about when you think about like creation, like when it comes to like art and music, is that shit sucks before you find like the note that works out, right? It sucks to hear until like it starts sounding good. Like when you hear like a really good song, right? Like the song is really good, but imagine like how it used to sound before like it hit its final iteration, you know? Like the lyrics was probably like trash, and like the beat was probably like off key or something. The amount of man hours it takes to like make a really good song or to do really good art, especially like if you have to like keep redoing like the same layer over and over again. And I have a lot of experience with that with my own art. It's actually hard to believe that at one time, when I was doing like a lot of DeviantArt shit, I used to actually draw all of my shit onto one layer. I didn't learn about layers until like as recent as like 2013 or something. Like I was like drawing like on a tablet from like 2009 to 2013 on one fucking layer. And then I learned layers are a thing. Because I'm a fucking paper and pencil kind of guy. So, like, any of my art streams before that, I was usually drawing on a paper, and then I would scan. I would scan that paper, and then I would trace. Then I would trace that paper, like, you know, like, on stream or something like that. Like, via digital or whatever. To be fair, I still need to get used to my drawing tablet, because I still think I draw better on paper. I draw so much more better on paper than I do on a tablet. And I do want to fix that, actually, because, like, it kind of cuts out the middleman, right? It cuts out the middleman to just draw straight on the tablet. Because I just bought this tablet last year, and I did one stream. I literally have only done one stream with this new tablet since last year. I mean, I've used it, obviously. Like, I've used it off-stream, but as far as, like, streams is concerned, I've only used this on stream once, and I definitely want to do another drawing stream or something. You don't find digital art to be friendly? To me, like, if I want to draw something seriously, right? Like, actual serious, I will draw on paper. So that way I could get, like, the basic, like, idea down first. That way I could scan it. And then when I'm actually doing, like, the tracing on the computer, I have something to look at. Because I heard this from my art teacher years ago, right? He's like, when you're looking at a blank piece of paper, your mind goes blank. So you need to just put something down, he said. And that kind of stuck with me, because that's kind of true, actually. That's actually kind of true. If you look at something, like, with nothing, if you look at, like, a blank canvas or, like, a blank thing, there's two different kinds of people. One, your imagination runs wild, or two, your mind becomes the paper. It becomes as blank as the canvas is. So my art teacher was always all like, draw something, draw anything. Just, like, have something on the paper so you're not just staring at, like, the paper. And then you can always erase. Like, my art teacher was always all like, that's why erasers were born. That's why we have erasers. So draw whatever, draw even, like, a stick figure. Because if you draw, like, even basic line art, at least you have, like, something to think about. You have, like, you have a basis for, like, what your drawing could be. So actually, I always used to draw on graph paper. And that's actually what I've been told, like, not very common. But I used to always draw on graph, and I still do it, actually. I still do to this day. I draw on graph paper because the squares help me with, like, proportions. And then, like, when I go on the computer, when I scan and shit, like, the graph is still there. So again, that kind of helps me with proportions, and that kind of helps me with, like, you know, dealing with the skeletal structures and shit. And then, to be fair, if I am drawing digitally, I could always bring up, like, the graph anytime I want. With the power of the computer. With the power of science, I can make any digital art program into a graph paper without having to buy graph paper. So, yeah. Last year, I probably spent, like, at least, like, $900 to $1,000 on art supplies. And I'm not including the drawing tablet. Because the drawing tablet I spent last year, that was $300. My previous drawing tablet was $90. $90 for my previous drawing tablet. So this one's $300, so it's a big step. It's a big step up from that. Especially when you consider that the drawing tablet I was using before, it's a drawing tablet without a monitor. So it's weird to draw on that sometimes if you're not used to it. Because you're looking on your computer monitor, so you're looking ahead. But, like, your fingers is on the tablet. But, like, you have nothing to look at if you look down, though, right? Like, if you look down, it's a black little, like, it's not even LCD, right? It's just a black little square. You know, it's a non-monitor drawing tablet. So, back then, I had to get used to, like, drawing that way, like, especially for my live streams. Like, to look on the computer and not to look down, basically. But now that I have a real drawing tablet, now, like, it's a monitor. I have a monitor drawing tablet now, so I can look. Now I can look down on it, and I can actually draw. Like, I can see with my fingers. I can see where my fingers are at, actually, now, which is nice. That's definitely a big step. Definitely a big step upward. Actually, to be fair, I didn't just spend $300 on this drawing tablet. I actually had to buy a USB card just to even use this thing. Because, like, I learned really quickly after I bought the drawing tablet that I couldn't actually use it. Because my drawing tablet was using up all my fucking bandwidth. So I could technically use it, but I would have to basically not use any of my other, like, peripherals, though. Like, I wouldn't be able to use my microphone. I wouldn't be able to use, like, my camera for, like, my live stream. I wouldn't be able to use anything. So I had to buy a high bandwidth. I had to buy a high bandwidth, like, USB card. And it's the most expensive USB card I ever bought, because I didn't realize they were that expensive. Is that the good ones are too, don't have too much, like, are too expensive for your wallet? I agree. I agree. The only reason that like I like the one that I have right now is because I got to test it out first. Because I would not have bought this one if I couldn't test it. So what I did was I went to a few stores and like I tested every drawn tablet that like I was allowed to test out. And then of course then I bought it online because it was cheaper online. That's basically the way I did it. And of course, you know, like I'm sitting there testing it all out, so someone's trying to sell it to me. And I'm all like, oh, I'm just looking. Like, even though I already had a plan that, like, I was just gonna buy it online or whatever. I actually got a good deal on it, because actually, my tablet is not worth $300. My tablet's actually worth $500. It's worth $500, but I got it on sale. So I got a $200 discount on my tablet. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And it's not an old tablet either. It's actually, like, somewhat of a modern tablet. Like, it's not, like, from 10 years ago or anything like that. It's actually, like, semi-recent. So it's not the worst tablet I could have gotten. Especially since, like, this is still technically a hobby for me. Even though, like, I would love to go pro into it. But I don't draw nearly enough to make it go pro, but I would like to. The nice thing, too, about the tablet is that, like, you don't have to use it just for drawing, right? You could use it for whatever. Because sometimes I do use it for other shit, too. Like, I just use it just for, like, touching up shit in Photoshop, or I've actually used it for a game sometimes, too. There's some games that work pretty well with, like, a tablet or something, without having to use a mouse. Like, if you're trying to, like, trying to get, like, pinpoint accuracy or whatever. I heard people that play Osu, like, a lot of people that play Osu say it's easier on a tablet or something to, like, move a pen rather than, like, move a mouse or whatever. That's what I hear from, like, Osu pros. I mean, I'm sure it's just whatever you're used to, right? Like, if you just got used to a mouse, you could probably be really good on a mouse, but there are some Osu pros. They're like, get a tablet if you want to go pro. It's like, what does that even mean, go pro? Are there Osu tournaments that I don't know about? You could make anything into a tournament. You could go pro into anything these days. As long as there's money to be made from advertisement or sponsorships, right? If you were to tell me when I was like 9 years old that you could make a living, like being like a fighting game pro, or like being like an RTS pro, like in StarCraft or something, I would not have believed you. But it turns out that is the thing. You can totally like make a living just being like really good at video games. But when we say really good though, obviously we mean good. Like good. You gotta be the best. You gotta be the best of the best. Oh yeah, and then there's also League of Legends. We can't forget like Dota. The MOBAs, we can't forget the MOBAs. MOBAs are a thing too. I remember, like, at one time, I did entertain the idea of trying to go pro in League. That was a very short-lived dream. I'm glad I didn't go through with it. Just protect your own neurons to Osu. Oh my god. Sure, I mean, that's how I wish I could play all rhythm games, actually. Honestly, I've actually thought about this before. Like, the perfect game controller, honestly, would be to, like, wire your brain to your computer, so that way you could just think it. You could just think what you want your character to do. That would be the perfect controller. The real controller is not to have a controller. So basically, just be like all those, like, those fictional, those non-fictional, like, you know, like, virtual reality helmets that you see a lot in, like, in animes, or, like, in movies and shit, where, like, all you gotta do is, like, put on the helmet, or, like, put on, like, the visor or something, and then you can just think. All you gotta do is just, like, just think really hard, and it just does whatever you need it to do. One of these days, man, it's like, someone's gotta invent that. We still don't have that invention yet. Like in Sword Art Online, or like in .hack sign or something. Or like, literally, like... I mean, to be fair, Razor, people have been working on that for the past 10 years since VR games have been, like, getting more popular. And we're still not quite there yet. We're still using, like, clunky controls to, like, get what we need to. We're not there yet. But one day, man, one day we'll get to the way we see in anime and manga and movies and shit. And when that happens, boys, we're all gonna play the same MMO together. We're all gonna meet up, and then we're all gonna get trapped, right? That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna be like, alright, boys, we're all gonna play Final Fantasy 20 together. That's gonna be like the online game that everyone's playing. And then we're gonna get trapped. We're gonna get fucking trapped. We're gonna our real body, we're in a coma, right? Our real body's gonna fall into a coma, and then our minds would be trapped in the game or something. We're all gonna end up, like, at the same hospital, and then we're gonna have to go on, like, some crazy adventure in, like, the virtual MMO to, like, get back to the real world or something. And then one of us will die, right? Who dies? Who dies first? One of us is gonna die, like, for realsies, like, in the game. And then, like, all of a sudden, it's gonna become so real. It's gonna be like, oh my god. Razor just died. He's not coming back. It's always the black guy. The black guy dies first. He's dead, man. He's not. There's no respawns. We gotta be careful, guys. We gotta be careful. We had to make sure that we don't go into high-level dungeons. We had to make sure that, like, we could, like, own it. Or maybe it'll be a little forgiving. Maybe it might be a little forgiving, and, like, maybe we do get a respawn. But then, like, every time you respawn, though, it hurts, though. Like, it hurts like hell or some shit. I think I've seen, like, 2 animes. I've seen, like, maybe, like, 2 animes where, like, you do get a respawn. So, like, it's not permadeath. But then, like, every time you respawn, I think you either lose your memories. You either lose, like, some of your memories when you respawn, or, like, you lose, like, a piece of your soul when you respawn or something like that. Something along those lines. Honestly, when you think about playing with your fans as a streamer, that'd be kind of an interesting aspect, right? Like, imagine if, like, a streamer really did get trapped in a game or something, and he's like, guys, I can't log out. I can't log out, guys. It'll become, like, such, like, a news media thing, right? Like, everybody in the world would know about it. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing, because then, like, you'd be able to, like, at least talk to people, and you'd be able to, like, I guess talk to the doctors who are working on you and shit. Because I noticed that, actually. A lot of animes and mangas that do the whole, like, trapped in the game world thing, a lot of them don't have a connection to the real world, right? Like, they can't talk. They can't talk to anybody, like, in real time. If you were a streamer and you got caught in the real world, and you got caught in the video game world, I guess maybe it might be a good thing. It'd be a good thing, and then, like, you could actually talk to people in the real world in real time and be like, yo, I'm trapped in the game. Like, we need, like, a doctor. We need, like, a neural surgeon doctor here to, like, figure this shit out on, like, why I'm stuck in the game world. And then I guess it'd be weird, too, because, like, maybe your entire life would just start being streamed at that point, and you can't do anything in privacy anymore. Or maybe you could, like, turn it on and off like a switch or some shit. It would be very interesting whenever we get to the point of actually getting, like, a VR MMO. I'm still waiting for that, by the way. A VR MMORPG. I still want that. I will be, like, first in line, man. I don't care, like, even if it is shitty. I just want to be there for, like, the first one. So far, like, I've seen some pretty promising aspects. Like, I've seen this one Avatar game where, like, you gotta use your hand motions. Like, it uses, like, hand motions to, like, summon the earth and shit. It's totally like being an earthbender. It's like being an earthbender, like an Avatar or whatever. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But so far, I feel like a lot of VR games I've played, though, they all have, like, the same... Especially if we're talking about anime, right? If we're talking about, like, anime VR games, like a visual novel or something. A lot of them do the very similar thing of, like, you sit in one spot, and then, like, all the characters gather around you, and then they talk to you. I need something more than that. I definitely need more than the... You stay in one spot, and everybody gathers around the... Everyone gathers around the character. A large portion of them do that. It's like, I need to be able to walk around, right? I want to be able to walk around, and I want to be able to actually, like, interact with things. I'm also still waiting for, like, a really good VR dating sim. I have not found one so far. I have found a lot of VR visual novels, and that's a step in the right direction, but I do want a VR dating sim. But, like, not just any VR dating sim, because the VR dating sims that we do have right now, they're technically ports of old games turned into VR. I want a VR dating sim built from the ground up. I want to be able to walk around. I want to be able to talk to all the waifus. And I want to be able to, like, I don't know, just, again, just interact with shit, you know? Whether or not you want to get, like, the fucking blowjob machine, that's on you. I don't know what you guys, if you guys would, like, trust your dick to a machine, but those do exist though. Those do exist. I am interested. Like, I almost want to buy one just so I could do a fucking review on it. It's like, alright guys, I got like the fucking blowjob machine. I plug it via USB, and like I play a dating sim, and supposedly the dating sim, when I'm in the blowjob cutscene, it's gonna start jerking me off. I want to buy one, but I don't want to buy one because like I feel like I don't trust it. I don't know if I could trust my junk to the whims of like an AI thing or something, or whatever, or whatever. I don't know. Well, I haven't given up on doing hentai games, so like I definitely want to do that more in the future. Whenever I do like ecchi shit, that's not random. I always tend to make like a announcement video because I have to, because obviously I can't do it on YouTube. So I usually make an announcement video with a link to like Pornhub or like my Chatterbait or something whenever I'm gonna do that or whatever. When our gaming company's gonna start packaging fleshlights in their game packs? Again, I've seen it though. I've seen the automatic blowjob machine, and like, they're actually kind of cheap. It's like 90 bucks actually. It's like maybe like 13,000 yen or like 11,000 yen or some shit. So like 90 American dollars. So they're actually pretty cheap. But wait, is cheap good though? If you guys had to trust your penis on a machine that makes you come, would you want to get the cheap one, or would you only want to buy the expensive one? And then remember, technically, like, being expensive doesn't always mean it's a good thing. I guess you would need to read reviews, right? Can you guys imagine seeing the reviews for like a dating sim that comes with like the fucking like blowjob machine, and then like you saw like 1-star reviews, and then the 1-star review was all like, "Hey, I give this machine a 1 star because like in the middle of like the ecchi scene for my dating sim, I was playing a yandere. I was playing a yandere dating sim, and then the girl bit my dick, and then when she bit my character's dick, the machine also bit my dick off. Like, I don't know. Like, I imagine seeing like a 1-star review on that or some shit. Which, to be fair, that'd be strangely realistic then. But like, I don't know if like you would want that to be that realistic. I guess we need more like electric onahos or some shit, you know? Which I've seen some really good ones, like on J-List or Jast USA. I think Jast USA is the... I think J-List is supposed to be the all ages one, and Jast USA is the adult one or something. But I've seen some supposedly good ones at like 10-star range for like the $300 range. Like $300 range or $500 range or some shit. 1-star machine never swallowed. Machine crushed my dick. Yeah, like... It's funny when you see the review. Like, here's the thing. If you guys buy a sex toy, you have to read reviews, right? Like, it's weird, but you have to. Because we're talking about your junk here. So, like, the amount of reviews that I have read for so many onaholes and so many booby toy and titty toys, like, you have to read it because, like, it sucks to refund that. Can you imagine just how weird it is to refund, like, a fucking dildo or, like, an onahole or something? Like, when you buy a sex toy, you just can't buy it willy-nilly. Since we're talking about your body, we're talking about your physical pleasure right here. You definitely got to read the reviews. You need, like, secondhand information for people that got it so they can say, like, oh, like, it feels really good, or, like, it actually sucks. It actually chafed. It started chafing my penis. I got a rash. I got a rash on my penis after using this thing or whatever. And then, like, okay, I went really deep down the rabbit hole one time for, like, looking up, like, silicone, like, titty job, like, sex toys or whatever like that. And I got deep in the rabbit hole, and there was a lot of, like, pro reviewers. There's a lot of pro reviewers, and they're like, make sure you read other reviews, but also make sure you see video reviews, though. Like, seeing just, like, a 5-star review or, like, a 3-star review is not good enough. You gotta go to X videos. Go to X videos, go to Pornhub, because that's literally, like, an entire genre right there. That's an entire genre and right there. Like, there are professional reviewers on sex dolls and sex toys, and the top adult news people, they're all like, make sure you go watch like a video review so you can see them use it. Like, it sounds weird, but you gotta see it so that way you can judge for yourself if it's good or not. Like you gotta, like, if you gotta buy like a titty job like toy, you gotta like watch an X videos video of a dude giving his toy a tit job and cum or something, and then he give it like a 5-star review or some shit. Imagine inserting your D in an ono hole and his blood starts leaking out. Basically. Rabbit hole. Meanwhile, kimono friends exist. Well, kimono friends sex toys do exist, by the way. They do exist. I won't give you guys a link, but I bet if you would look for it, though, you'll find them. You'll find the kimono friends sex toys if you're really adamant about it. I've also found Neon Genesis Evangelion sex toys, too. I've seen a few of those. I've seen an Asuka Onohole pussy. I've seen an Asuka one, and I've seen a Rei one. I've actually seen quite a few, like titty sex toys based off anime girls. It's like, and those cost a premium. Like, some of those are like up to like $300 to $500 or something. It's like, this is the boobs of like this one waifu from like this one popular anime. And you see the reviews, it's like 5 stars or 4 stars. It's like, yep, it feels just like I'm fucking Suzumi Oharuhi or some shit. And I'm all like, bitch, how do you know what it feels like to fuck Suzumi Oharuhi? She's not real. She don't fucking exist. What does this review even mean that it feels just like fucking her? What does that even mean, you know? But like, yeah, you'll find it if you go deep enough into the rabbit hole. Funny enough, the amount of money that I spent on sex toys actually is not a lot. I haven't actually spent that much on sex toys. I spent more money arguably on figurines or other shit like that. Just like generic like anime otaku stuff. Not really sex toys in general. But like, I'm always interested because like one of my friends used to actually work in a sex shop. We actually have a lot of sex shops here in Vegas. I don't know how it is like where you guys live, but we actually have a lot of adult stores here in Vegas. A lot of them tend to usually be next to a strip club, but a lot of them are actually kind of standalone, and they're built like warehouses. So like they're really big. Oh, it's like walking into a Sam's Club. Yeah, like imagine if you walk into a Sam's Club or like a Costco, but like instead of like buying groceries there, it's actually a giant warehouse filled with sex toys. That's basically what it feels like walking into the ones here in Vegas anyway. And one of my friends used to work there, and she's like, "Is that, you know, the hours aren't bad, and you know, like, you get to meet interesting people, you know, and like everyone's surprisingly pretty mature about it. Like once you like enter the doors, you know, it's like people openly like talk about like their favorite dildos or like their favorite like vibrators and shit like that, you know. Which reminds me, I did get permission, but I asked this like randomly, by the way. So there's actually a warehouse sex store like near me. It's like a 15-minute drive from me. I went in there one time after work because I had a night shift, so it was like 1 a.m. It was like 1 a.m. or something like that. I went there after work. I walked in, and I was like, "Hey, quick question. Can I talk to a manager? Because I have a quick question about your establishment." And the person I was talking to who was at the register was the manager. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm the manager." I'm like, "Okay, question. What if I were to come in here with like a camera or a smartphone and I were to like live stream? Would that be okay?" And he was like, "Shit, dog. Go for it. That'd be kind of cool, actually. That'd be kind of cool." And I'd be like, "Awesome." So like, I already got the okay. I already got the okay to do a cam stream in a sex shop. So other than like us going back to Circus Circus and doing the arcade games again, which I want to do again, I still have a couple like cam streams I want to do with you guys. So other than doing a cooking stream and going back to Circus Circus, now I could add sex shop. I can add a sex shop cam stream to that list. So that one should be fun on YouTube, I think. That one should be fun on YouTube because like there won't be any sexual acts happening on stream. We're just gonna be showing off a lot of dildos and a lot of sex dolls and a lot of like KY jelly or whatever shit like that, you know? I mean, that feels like it should be I should label that under educational. It would be educational news or something. Educational blog. That's what it would be. Watch as this random Asian streamer goes to a sex shop or some shit. That feels like it should be YouTube friendly. As long as like no random girl's gonna give me a blowjob on stream, it should be fine. And I guess to be fair, if that does happen, then I guess like I could just not show the bottom part on camera. I could just show the top part. Not that that happens. I mean, like, you know, not that that happens to me or anything like that. It's like, oh gosh, guys, you ever had that problem where you're just walking along and some random bitch starts blowjobbing you? It's so annoying, man. I'm just trying to like buy cookies at the store, and then next thing I know, this stripper is just like giving me a blowjob. It's like, damn it, bitch, I wasn't even horny, and now you made me horny. I actually did, I know this off the top of my head, but you can't stream most of the time in stripper joints. Most stripper joints have like a strict like no camera policy. You can get kicked out. You could get kicked out. You can also like get banned from most stripper joints for like trying to like take pictures or like record videos and shit. The closest thing you could get to video recording, and this was, I've already told you guys this story before, like back when I used to be one. You can record in the personal booth. So if you're in a personal booth, and as long as it's okay with your client, then yes, recording is okay. And then if they take you home, it's okay too, as long as like they're okay with it. Because I have been recorded before doing various sex acts for the monies and shit. We should do another one of these. I should do another one of those streams again. Just talking about the good old days. Since like the streams I had before don't exist anymore, since like that channel got deleted. But I could retell a lot of those stories though. It'd be pretty funny if Pika gets to see the stream. Yeah, it'd definitely be funny if she just happens to be there when I do the sex shop stream or something. Which, by the way, guys, when I was there, I did look around anyway, and guess what? The dragon dildo is no longer just a fantasy. They do have dragon dildos there. We can finally make the dream a reality and get ourselves a dragon dildo. No more can we just like joke about it. It's real now. It's real. In fact, maybe we should buy a dragon dildo on stream. I should ask one of the Patreons there, like, can you recommend me a really good dragon dildo? What can you recommend me a really good onaho? Dude, what do you have in the anime category? Which, by the way, there is an anime category. So they had like different categories of like sex toys, and there was an anime one. Oh, yo, do you know what I saw there that was actually like really old school, and like it felt like kind of stepping back in time? You guys remember video rental shops, right? Like Blockbuster or like Hollywood Video. So they had a video section like in the sex shop, and it felt like walking back into a Blockbuster or something like that. And obviously it's full of like adult videos, but it totally had the same vibe. And then there's a hentai section. There's different sections in the video section, and like there's like a hentai section. There's a vintage section. So like that's like porno from like anything below the 2000s. Yo, you guys ever watch like 1990s porno or like 1980s porno? Like, yo, that should be hitting different. that should be hitting like really, really different. But like there's vintage, there's professional, there's hentai, there's like a mainstream one, which is kind of a weird category, I think. But the mainstream one was like anything that like anybody watched or something. Like, it's considered mainstream if like everybody in the adult community knows about it. Then it's considered mainstream. And I'm all like, how do you track that? Is that a thing? It's like, it is a thing. Like, most popular porno videos, essentially. Most popular pornos or whatever like that. Like, anything that like made a lot of money. Anything that like gets around or like some shit like that. I talked to like a really, it's 1 a.m. again, like I went there after work, so it's 1 a.m. but like it was surprisingly bustling though, because maybe all the weird people come out after 1 a.m. but there was actually a lot of customers there, and I was talking, I was chatting it up with a lot of these customers. We were just talking about, like, just random shit. Talking about our sex lives, talking about, like, what it's like to watch your favorite pornos again or some shit. Like, one of the girls there in the video section I was like looking into, like, we struck a conversation, and the conversation eventually went to, like, can you watch the same porno like 100 times and still fap to it? Like, can you have a favorite porno, and even though you've seen it 100 times, can you still get wet or hard? Can you still, like, be like, yo, this is sexy, like, no matter how many times I watch it? Can you do that? And I was like, I mean, yeah, if it's your favorite, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's like your 100th time watching it or like your 1,000th time watching it. I still feel like if you got a favorite, you can fap to it. And, like, this eventually started becoming, like, almost like a debate, because at first it was just me and her, but then, like, 5 other people, like 5 other customers all, like, chimed in and shit. And then the manager stepped in, and then we started debating on whether or not, like, after watching a porno 100 times, if it, like, viably stops becoming fat material, just because you've seen it so many times, and you know, like, all the sex scenes already. It's like, you know it so well, you might as well just imagine it. You don't even need to watch it anymore. But it's like, you could make the same argument for magazines, right? Can you read the same porno book, the same porno magazine 100 times and still fap to the picture, you know? And then we got into this debate. It's like, wait, magazines and pictures are different than a video, because a video has sound, and the sound is a big part of it, right? Like, you know, the hentai manga is a thing, right? And it's like, you can read a really sexy hentai manga with, like, a really cool, good story or whatever, with really, like, good artists, and the pictures are really sexy, but, like, there's no sound. There's no sound. There's no music. Although some people like silence. Some people actually like silent porno videos. They don't want the music in it, but it depends on what you like. Pictures are different than video. And I'm the person that actually, I can't fap to... I don't think I've ever fapped to, like, a porno hentai manga or, like, a picture or whatever like that. I feel like if I were to fap to it, I need a video. I need a video. It needs to be either animated or it needs to be, like, a live action or some shit like that. I don't think I've read a lot of hentai mangas, but I don't think I've ever read, like... I don't think I've ever fapped to it, though. Videos, though. I could do video. If the video is missing, just visualize it in your head. Basically. The blue archive gif. Nice. But yeah, it was I had an interesting, fun time at the, that's just ASMR. I mean, ASMR is sexy. I mean, that's why there's a whole genre on it now. ASMR is sexy. That reminds me, I remember reading, or watching? Yeah, I remember watching. I think Noelle said it herself. Like, when Noelle does ASMR videos, and I think she was giving pointers to Fauna. She was either giving pointers to Fauna, or she was giving pointers to somebody else or something. And, like, she was like, when you do an ASMR video, it's like, you had to be almost naked anyway, because, like, you gotta turn off the fan. You gotta make sure there's, like, no background noise and shit. So, Noelle was like, when she does her ASMR videos, like, she gets hot when she does it. So she can't do it for long, she says, or something. Because, like, if you have a really good microphone that picks up everything, especially, like, if you want to pick up, like, your heartbeat or some shit, because people are into that, then it gets really hot because you have, like, no air circulation. Because that kind of kills the vibe if you hear, like, a fan or, like, an air conditioner in the background or some shit. I'm like, you know, that makes sense. That strangely makes a lot of sense or something. Or whatever. But, yeah. So that means Noelle admits that, like, she's basically always naked when she streams. She's either always naked or she's, like, half naked when she streams, because she always be treating every stream like an ASMR video. Watami strangely also the same thing too. Watami does almost treats her streams like an ASMR video. I think Subaru did an ASMR thing too, even though that's, like, not her thing. It's not her thing, but I think a lot of her subscribers were asking for an ASMR thing, so she did it, like, one time or whatever. I remember I did see a Mio ASMR stream one time. It just happened to be live. It wasn't like a vlog or anything. It wasn't an archive video. It was actually live, and she was doing like an eating ASMR stream. She was eating like potato chips and like cucumbers and like carrots or whatever like that. So a lot of crunches, a lot of crunchy sounds. And then like in the chat room too. The chat room was like nothing but hearts, like a lot of heart-filled emojis. I didn't stay there. I didn't stay there for the entire stream, but I just thought it was interesting. I was like, huh. She's eating crunchy. She's eating like crunchy stuff. All right. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Hey, look at this. Remember the game? I remember the game. I remember this. I almost forgot about this. Yo, I was like this close to changing the title of the stream. I was gonna change the title. Be like, well, we're not doing this no more. I'm gonna go tell Nightbot too. I'm gonna tell Nightbot that we're not even playing this game anymore. Because Nightbot's still doing its thing. I'm probably gonna... I'm gonna highlight. I'll take a chunk. I'll take a chunk out of that rant out. I'll upload it separately. Alrighty. We're doing the bat... We're hanging out. Yo, dude has had his arm up this entire time, by the way. Baptiste had his arm up. He's just like, oh, yeah, my arm's getting tired. He's getting like dead arm right here. He's been posing the entire time. This is a rant stream. No. This is a game stream. Yeah, boy. It's a game stream. Every game is a game stream. Actually, there is a high school game that I wanted to stream. It's on my to-stream list though, but there was a high school game that I wanted to stream. It has like a yandere girl in it, and that makes it very interesting. But it also has monster girls in it though. Monster girls are always cool in my book. I think I talked about this before, but I think my favorite monster girls tend to be like the scaly kind. Like I like dragon girls. I like dragon girls, or I like some of like the more like reptilian kind of girls. I mean, like I could say something generic and say that I like cat girls and dog girls, but I would super love like the dragon girls or like the serpent girls or some shit. I kind of like those girls a lot. I mean, rabbit girls are always a staple though. I do love me some rabbit girls. Rabbit girls. I like rabbit girls, dragon girls, and slime girls. I love me some slime girls. I think slime girls are underappreciated. I think we could all use more slime girls, waifus in our lives. What is this GIF? What the fuck is this? Ah, shit. I see credit cards. That looks like a gacha. That looks like a gacha thing. I see credit cards. Credit cards / play cards. You remember the Cotton Baito streams when sometimes the full rent for 8-hour stream just to not play the game? Yo, I still get PTSD from the Actually, speaking of Baten Kaitos, I do have some archives of that, by the way, which I could always upload if I feel the need to upload, but I do got some archive shit in here. Somehow, I managed to save it from 2020. The 2020 archives. I managed to save it, actually. I managed to save it. Here's one. Here's one that I remember. I remember this one. I remember this one. Wait, this one's Baten Kaito's Origins. This one's Baten Kaito's Origins. But I remember this. This is some old school. This is some old school shit. That's the old apartment too. I remember that. That is the really old. That's like 2 apartments. That's like from 2 apartments ago, or some shit. Oh no, not that one. Where's the game?
The thing is that like Girls Phone Line was never gonna be that long, Fuji. It was. All right.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, this. I remember this. And then like I think I saved my review of the original Baten Kaitos game.
Would stop us because like the
or some shit.
But now he isn't.
I don't remember where the other Baten Kaitos videos was.
I'm going the wrong way.
Because I don't think it's in this folder, actually. It may not be in this folder. Is it?
So now we're gonna bust in.
Is it in this folder? Is it under recordings? I saved my review. I did save my review video back then. If I do a search for button, I might be able to find it.
Fred, I can't do that. Can't get by with all this darkness.
I'll say this again for Button Kaitos. If I had played this back when I was like, back when the game was brand new, when I was like in high school or something, I probably would have liked it. I might have liked it as an average RPG. But to play it now, it sucks ass. And can you guys believe that this shit got a fucking remaster? Can you believe it got a fucking port? It got a fucking it got a fucking HD graphic remaster. I can't believe they did this. Were people clamoring for this shit?
Hey, went to sleep. I still gotta like do all this.
Were people asking for this? Were they legitimately going like, hey, you know what we could use in our lives? We need some Batten Kaitos. I didn't even think anybody remembered the fucking game. Like, who even remembers that this game exists? Look at that. This is the very first stream, I think, and I'm playing fucking Mario Tennis. I'm playing goddamn Mario Tennis because I didn't want to play it. There it is.
Alright, just one. It's been a while since, like, I've streamed from, like, my beanbag, so I'm getting myself comfortable again. I will say, though, the opening looks...
You know what's kind of funny about, like, some of these older videos? This chat. Like, reading the old chat. That's kind of funny. I'm gonna play the remaster.
From strangers!
Yeah. Yep. Reading the old chat is kind of funny sometimes. The good old chat. So, I don't know why I even have, like, the backup for that somehow, but I do. I do have the old backup. Yo, I have, like, random backups of, like, a lot of my old streams. Yo, remember the School Idol Love Live shit? Yo, I remember the old School Idol Love Live streams. Yo, this is dated 2017, I think. Or like 2016. Some shit. Something like that. I remember some of these old videos. Yeah, some of this shit be going way back. Oh, I remember Chantier. I remember Chantier. Tetsa without a hat. Everyone knows that if you take a hat off a Toho character, they die. They die without their hat. Holy crap, yo! I got like Skies of Arcade from 2015, by the way. Yo, that's some really old school shit.
Is this thing on? This thing is on. This thing is on. Live stream is on. I badmouthed Bandai for about 2 hours. Alright.
Wait, did I just say that I ranted about Bandai for 2 hours? Did I just say that? Did I do that? That sounds on point. That sounds on point.
Let's get to this.
Wait, did I rant for the first 2 hours of this stream?
Cowboy Bebop. He was not a fan of Cowboy Bebop.
Wait, I am ranting. I'm on the fucking loading screen.
But it's like he wants
This is
combat series with powers.
This is 44.
He wants it with superpowers. So
Look at that timestamp. 44 minutes. 40 I haven't even started. I literally have not even started the game yet.
He's not going to be a fan of it though, because like he doesn't want to see the main character actually having to like not get shot by a bullet or something like that, and then get taken down.
I haven't even started the game. I haven't even started.
Because like, you know, realistically you can only take like 75 yards.
Yo, 1 hour and 35 minutes. I'm still talking. I'm still talking, man. I'm still talking. Yo, these old streams be hitting different. They be hitting so different.
I'm thinking useless hair and protagonist. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking useless hair and protagonist. I don't even know the context. What is the context for that? I don't know. I don't know what the context is. That sounds very interesting. I should upload that. I should upload it to the archive, the archive channel. I should do that. I should do that. What other shit? Oh, yo! Everyone remembers this one, I think.
So nice thing about these is that
Yo, the Evil 2019 swag.
it actually shows off
The-
the skill.
We got 416, we got 45, we got Wall 2000. Yo, I remember this. I remember this shit. This is the destruction video. I remember that.
Some of you are probably asking me, Tetsamaru, how do you use the Sambit's Ferris wife beater? Well, I'm glad you asked that, chat room, because it goes something like this. It goes something like this. Ah!
I'm knocking the camera. I'm fucking knocking the camera.
Ah! She's, a little bit more resistant than I thought. Hold on.
Oh, hey Fuji, have you signed up to play the closed beta for Fairy Fencer? I signed up for that. I'm waiting for an answer from the email. I did sign up to try and play the closed beta for the latest Fairy Fencer game.
Okay. So,
Cause I think the open beta. Oh, that's a fucking torch. I think the closed beta is like for March. I think it's for March or something.
Get the fire going in there. Get that fire going.
Spoiler alert: the fire didn't work.
The wife beater. And
The wife beater.
ah, ah, ah.
Okay, I'm actually hitting it. I'm actually hitting it really hard here, and it's just not. It's not budging.
Ah. Hold on. Just gonna. Come on, you. I want you to.
Yeah, I signed up for the Fairy Fencer closed beta. I'm hoping I get in. I'm hitting it really hard.
What the? Let's angle this down. It's not over yet. You see her? Ah! Ah! What the fuck? Come on. Come on, you bitch. Come on, you little. Come on.
Yo, you gotta admit though, it's really well made then, cause I can't destroy. It's really well made. You gotta admit.
Take that right here, and ah!
There we go. There's this
Yes!
right through the neck.
Gotcha, bitch! Else.
Didn't I bring out the power drill?
I wonder if I can fix this. Please, Shinda.
Where's the
Yeah.
power drill?
On either of the 80 gems.
Oh,
Man.
there it is. There's the power drill. There's the power drill.
Ah! Ah!
There it is. There it is. Right in the eye. Right in the eye.
Yacht.
That's me like trying to focus the camera, I think. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, there it
focusing the
is.
camera. Ah, I'm blinding the chat.
Yep. There it is. There it is.
School Out of Love Live is shutting down? Say
Let me
what?
Let me even her out.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Really well made. Yo, it's thick, man. Who knew that 45 was so thick?
There we go. Oh, did I miss? Oh, I buy all 4 of them for $42.
Oh yeah, look at that. There's some more figurines that I can buy. $42. That's too bad that the game's dead next month. I did spend money in School Out of Love Live. I did spend money. Because I remember spending money on the on gems, I remember. For like the tournament or something. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Was it in maybe it was in this one. Recorded videos. Oh! Maybe it's in this one. Maybe it's in this one. Other? Nope, not that one. I found my old I do have like archived some of my old streams from when I was homeless. That was not a fun year. That was not a very fun year, but I do have them. I do have them still. Alright, so it's not this one. Would it be this one? I probably have it archived somewhere else. Yeah, probably have an archive somewhere else. Oh well. Alright, anyway. Hey, remember this? I remember this. I'm getting distracted. I get distracted really easily. Whereas I gotta put the sound back on. Poor Baptiste. He's just been sitting here. He's been sitting here the entire time with his arms. His arms has just been, like, in that one position. You doing okay there, bud? You getting blood circulation there? Sylvia's just looking... Sylvia's not even looking at him, actually. Sylvia's looking at his hand. I mean, like, when was polarized light in Girls Front Line? Because I was homeless during that time. Yeah, I think that was the 2021 streams. I think that sounds about right. The 2021 streams. That sounds about it. Hold on, let me check when this video was dated. When was this video dated? Yep, it's 2021. Yep, it's 2021. Yeah, 2021 was the year of the car streams. A lot of my streams was in my car. And actually, the beginning of this channel streams, I think I was still in my car. So yeah. Yeah, like wait, this channel should be in the archive. Like when I first moved into this my current place right now. Like I should have that stream back up. Yeah, I still have it. You know what? Not being homeless is a step up. Not being homeless is definitely a step up. I wouldn't recommend it. Funny enough, though, it's like, when I was homeless, it's like, yeah, like, I had to give up a lot of things. But the one thing that actually, like, was kind of nice was, like, not paying, like, the monthly bills and rent. Like, that was actually kind of cool. And, I actually ended up, like, being able to, like, save a lot of money, as well as, like, being able to pay off a good chunk of my credit card debt. Like, a lot of people do it on purpose, actually. So when I was homeless, I spent a lot of time on the car living Reddit. That's actually a Reddit, by the way. Living in your car Reddit. And a lot of people were talking about doing it on purpose. Like, it's like, hey, like, I want to save up for a house, or I want to, like, pay off my debt or whatever. So a lot of people are, like, saying, like, hey, I want to live in my car then, because, like, it'll be cheaper or whatever. So they need pointers on, like, how to live in their car and, like, how other people live in their car or whatever. And there's lots of people who actually do it even if they have income. Like, people could get an apartment, they could get a house, but they actually choose to live in a car or, like, live in a trailer or something like that on purpose because they like to travel. Either they like to travel, they like to drive around, or they like to see the sights. Or maybe they just don't want to be tied down to one location. So, like, they're always on the move or something. And there actually is, like, internets that you can get for, like, constantly being on the move without actually having, like, a real address or something. And you can actually still get Amazon deliveries, which I found out when I was homeless. When I was homeless, I was still able to get Amazon deliveries because there's Amazon lockers that you can deliver to. So all you gotta do is, when you're buying stuff on Amazon, you just gotta, like, click on Amazon locker delivery, and then you choose. You choose, like, what store to send it to. It'll go to the Amazon locker, and then you just go in and pick up your shit. So, Amazon can sell shit to homeless people then, technically. Or to people living in their cars, at least. Actually, the amount of things I was able to do when I was homeless was surprisingly not bad. And then, like, whenever I needed to, like, crash at a place because I just wanted to sleep on a real bed or something, I couch surfed. I bunked with, like, several friends or something like that or whatever, and it was pretty nice. It was pretty cool, pretty nice. I remember when my channel got deleted because of all the hentai stuff, like Harem Fantasy. I remember I kept on streaming Harem Fantasy for a bit, so we did go to the adult streaming website after that. Until, like, I got situated to my third channel here. Which I guess is not the third channel anymore. This is not the secondary channel anymore. This is the main channel now. But, you know, this used to be the secondary channel. This used to be the third channel. Alright, anyway. Baptiste, you look like you're getting tired there. I should continue this dialogue. Alright, Oh shit, there's no log button in this game? Alright, cool. I found something wrong with this game. There's no log button. Well, I remember what he was talking about. It's like he got some new tea, and we're having a tea party, and then it's spicy or something. Because it's not hot, it's spicy. And then, like, Sylvia's all like, is the back of your throat supposed to burn when you drink tea? And now Baptiste is saying that, like, he found it at the marketplace. It's inexpensive, and it varnishes brooms. I remember now. Probably. I mean, my old channel... Since, like, I also got, like, a lot of my subscribers, like, back from my Conco days and Toho days, it did have up to 1.5 million views, I remember. 1.5 million views, maybe even 2 million views or something. I actually think I might actually have, like, really old screenshots, like, from my old channel or something. I actually might have, like, really old screenshots from that. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, but I have a screenshot of this channel when it was first made, and boy oh boy, is it one hell of a screenshot. Like, some people might be too young to remember YouTube when it used to be this way. Some people might be too young. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and share this on stream, just for prosperity's sakes. But man, do I remember YouTube looking like this back in the day. Back when we used to have like an actual profile page. Yo, I remember this. Yo, 2011, man. 3 days ago. Joined in 2011. This is back when this channel was a secondary channel. And back when you could choose color. You see, you used to be able to choose the color of your YouTube homepage back then. So I chose blue back then. And look at this, Tetsamaru Dojin has no videos, it says up here, because this was back when it was brand new. And then, like, those are, like, my old sub videos, I remember. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, yeah, and back when you actually had a friends list. Yo, YouTube don't even have a friends list anymore, right? There's no such thing as a friends list. This was back when we had a friends list. And look at, there's also, like, send message. There's send message on there, too. Yo, I remember that, man. I fucking remember that. Holy shit. That's some old school crap right there. Yeah, I remember the ratings. Yo, I remember the ratings back then. That was some really good shit. Yeah, now it's just likes and dislikes. You know, to be fair, if you were to look up some really old YouTube videos, you might find some old videos with people asking for like 5-star ratings or some shit. Instead of saying like and dislike the video, they'd be like, please give my video a 5 stars. Give it a 5 stars, everyone. 5 stars, 5 stars.